No mid-credit scene,
Yep.
no post-credit
Yep.
scene. Millie Alcock as
Yeah.
Supergirl. Hit or miss? Jason Momoa as Lobo or Aquaman? Son of Sparta, are
Yep.
you noticing that there is a lack of effort when it comes to marketing for these movies? We came here for He-Man and even for Supergirl, we're not seeing anything.
I will say for both those movies, there was a bit of a marketing push. So you guys know the tower that has the huge screen on it on Portrayal.
Hmm.
So they usually use that to market stuff. And as I was coming down here, they had the Supergirl logo and the commercial going on the screen. So I appreciate that. Same thing happened for Masters of the Universe. So there's a small marketing push. Same thing as when I think a couple of days ago, I was in Red Sea Mall, and all the screens in the mall had the Supergirl poster coming up. So small marketing. Again, it's not something you'd see everywhere,
Right.
but it's a modest kind of marketing campaign.
No, but what I mean is like within the theater itself.
Mm,
Okay, we didn't see anything,
yes.
any decor,
Yes.
any
Yeah.
standalone posters.
Yes.
Okay,
There
we're
are.
just getting those
Yep.
rotating posters.
And usually, there's those cardboard standees.
Yeah.
I haven't been seeing any of those lately for any movie.
Yeah.
Particularly this, that's a huge blockbuster superhero comic book summer movie. There's no standee for Supergirl. There's no popcorn bucket. I was sitting down right now. I was saying to Son of Jeddah, I wish I remembered to bring my Superman popcorn bucket from last year that was provided by Fox. So I'm glad that someone made one or brought one from abroad. Hopefully AMC pick up your game, because we're a huge fan of you guys, and we just want to see a good experience happen here for us and the rest of the fans.
Okay, guys, I'm joined by our esteemed member, Son of Sparta. Both of us are really excited for this movie because we've been waiting since the 1980s, the last Supergirl movie that was released starring Helen Slater.
Yep.
So, what are your feelings?
Oh man, so that movie did not live on for the test of time. It's a little hard to rewatch. And I'm telling you, I don't remember it much. I'm gonna have to rewatch it so we can talk about it.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of hype building up for this movie. Millie Alcock, lots of people are excited about her. I've never been a Game of Thrones fan, but I hear a lot of people are, and her acting is top notch in that. So we're the bar is set really hard for this one. Jason Momoa.
Yes.
This has been his dream role. From
Lobo.
early reactions, people tell me that this is more of a fit for him than Aquaman.
No doubt. No
He
doubt.
celebrated this casting so much, and he says he'll only do a Lobo standalone movie. It's just rated R. That's the way to go. So hopefully that happens. I'm hearing every single time he's on screen, the screen lights up for everyone. It's magic. So looking forward to that. They adapted Woman of Tomorrow, the storyline. So that's a great storyline, and I hope we get to see a lot of that adapted into this movie.
Here's the thing, a lot of the community members who are able to watch the movie in Riyadh because the main premiere happened there, they are saying that it's a good movie, unlike how the critics have responded. One thing that they did really good with this movie was that,
Yeah.
unlike the Helen Slater one, where
Yeah.
the only cameo we saw for Christopher Reeve Superman
Was it
was in
TV?
the form of a TV or a poster.
Yep.
Whereas here, we're going to be seeing David
There's a
Torrance White.
there's a heavy presence I hear for David Court, so he's not just in one scene. I didn't count, but he's in a decent amount of the movie. So we'll see him a bunch of times. He's meant to be a little bit of a guide slash mentor figure for Kara, just because she's new to this world. She's lived on Krypton. At the same time, she might be a guide for Kal-El because he doesn't know Krypton.
No doubt.
So she'll introduce him to his world that he never knew. So there's a little bit of back and forth in that terms. So I think we'll get a decent amount of David. He was at the premiere along with our friend
Nicholas
Holt, who was here in Jeddah recently.
Yes.
So looking forward to seeing those guys. I don't know if we'll see Nicholas Holt, but we'll see David, we'll see Jason, and hopefully some more surprises.
Stay tuned for our out of the theater review of the Supergirl movie. We're all dressed up for the occasion. He is wearing the Superman emblem from the DCU, and I'm wearing my favorite Joe Shuster t-shirt.
Hey, folks. So we're heading inside, and we want to be mindful because it's a packed theater. So we're going to be whispering and tiptoeing as we're going inside right now.
Yeah,
Join us.
like he says.
Oh, it's so crowded.
I think we're the first ones in the theater.
Let's fly up here.
All right, folks. This is our out of the theater review of Supergirl movie. Son of Sparta.
Yo.
non-spoiler review.
Well, I keep using these two words. It was enjoyable, and for a lot of reasons, it was fun. It was emotional. There was a very emotional hook. I mean, they try their best to make you feel that emotional hook throughout the movie. I don't think it resonates until the very end of the movie, which is fine. But other than that, they spend a good deal of this movie not explaining, but displaying for you why Kara is different than Clark. They're two very different people. They grow up a very different life, and this movie shows it. And she doesn't feel that call to responsibility until things start to happen in her life, and it reminds her of things that happened earlier on in her life.
Did you see any comic book references like when she debuted in the DC universe?
Well, her holding the sword, I think that was a clear reference to the cover of Woman of Tomorrow.
Right.
Now, I feel like that was a very vibrant novel. They took a lot of elements from that. I'm not sure what entirely right now. I might have to do a second viewing. How about yourself?
For me, there were shades of Superman, Batman, Supergirl, which was written by Jeff Loeb, and I think the art was done by the late Michael Turner. There's also the Silver Age reference to the first time when Supergirl debuts in. I think she debuted in Action Comics, if I'm not mistaken, back in the Silver Age. So we do get kind of a tribute for that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, as Son of Sparta has said, this part, this line, this tagline, that he sees the good in everyone and I see the truth. We really get to understand where she's coming from. The good part about this movie is that we came across Kara Zor-El in a post-credit scene in Superman movie. So we did not know where did she come from. Of course, for those of us who are comic book readers, we know she comes from a city in Krypton.
I
But
thought it was going to be Kandor.
same here. They changed the name. We're not gonna go there. But the thing was, like, how did she come across Crypto? What was the relationship between her dad and Jor-El, Superman's father? One very important distinction that we would like to share, because both of us have watched the 1980s Supergirl movie starring Helen Slater. In that movie, we never came across Helen Slater coming face to face with Christopher Reeve, Superman. We only saw indirect references in the form of a poster, in the form of seeing him on TV screen or something like that. Whereas here, that relationship which Superman and Supergirl are known for, that big brother, that big cousin who's always concerned and worried about his younger cousin, even though
Maybe even
cause
brother sister.
yeah, brother sister relationship, those dynamics, even though cosmic wise, ontological wise, Supergirl is older than
Yeah.
Superman, but because of the space travel, Superman becomes older, whereas Supergirl remains younger. These dynamics, the essence of all of the characters, whether you're talking about Crypto, whether you're talking about the villain, the critics were panning the villain as if like he had no direction or anything. We found the entire movie to be entertaining, a family fun entertainment, a very good adaptation, a wonderful ode to what has been done for the last 5, 6 decades for Superman, for Supergirl, for Lobo. Let's talk about Lobo.
Oh, dude. I mean, so many great scenes. Jason Momoa steals the show. Every scene he is in is gold. And I feel like it's merited that people talked to him about making a Lobo movie. And he said he wasn't going to do that unless it's rated R. Well deserved. It's a great character. People love seeing it. I laughed a bunch of times when he was on screen giving his lines.
Yeah.
It made me want more, and it made me wish he had more to do. He does significant things to do, but it just made me want more.
One other thing that we want to share is no mid-credit scene,
Yep.
no post-credit
Yep.
scene. So the movie just finishes. It finishes on a very good note, and this is like further strengthening the foundations of James Gunn and Peter Safran's DCU. David Gillespie, this guy did a really good job. And if you love Guardians of the Galaxy, you're really gonna love this movie. Millie Alcock as
Yeah.
Supergirl, hit or miss?
When you go into a movie, I know a lot of people want the most gorgeous actress in the world. I think, truthfully, you want the best actress, period.
Exactly.
You want someone who can act, who can convey the emotions of this character. And I think she did a splendid job. They showed us a girl who lost everything, her home world, and she's trying to find something to connect to, and she does a great job of doing that. So yeah, she did her job. People are nitpicking about her expression in this scene and that scene that they used in the trailer. Don't worry about it. Everything comes together very nicely.
Jason Momoa as Lobo or Aquaman?
Oh, dude, I feel like if Jason Momoa could go back in time, he would stop himself from being Aquaman. He'd say, "Let's just do Lobo. I don't want to do anything else." He was so happy that I think he might have been one of the first casting in the DC. I think he got the call from James Gunn at that very second. He just told people, "I'm so happy I got the casting I was hoping for. It was everything I wanted. This is the character I can collect all my comics of."
It was his dream come
It
true.
was his dream.
Yeah, man.
So he was so happy. We were happy. I'm sure you guys are going to be happy watching this. We want more of this. Yes, James Gunn, give us more Lobo.
Soundtrack is amazing. Action choreography picks up as the movie progresses. Millie Alcock, for me, she is the quintessential Supergirl, just like David Gordon Sweat is Superman and Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor.
We won't go into spoilers, but I will say there were some very significant scenes that show us that Kara and Clark are very different heroes in their own perspective. Some things we were not expecting to happen towards the end happened. So you guys go and check it out for yourselves.
Let us know in the comments what you think. If you have already watched the movie, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you liked our non-spoiler review, make sure to like the video and share it. And have a wonderful weekend.
Stay out of the sun.